Hi guys, how's it going? This is Resident of Colin back with my second and final video on this Friday night heading into the weekend. Angelique character retrospective from the 1991 Dark Shadows revival, played by Lizette Anthony. If I butchered that name, I apologize. I butcher my own name every other week. God. In the original series, she's played by Laura Parker. Similarities and differences. Let's see. Now, you would think this wouldn't be many, but actually, it is. Now, in the 1991 Dark Shadows revival, Lizette Anthony's Angelique is shown in a book, and her spirit comes out of it. Now, so Angelique's a bit of a ghost in this at first. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is canon. I want to say this is Dr. Julia Hoffman who's in the mausoleum. I could be mistaken. It's either Hoffman or Woodard. I want to say it's Hoffman. And you hear a woman laughing, and this is pre 1795. Now, it's not Laura Parker's laugh. It's not Laura Parker laughing, but it is a wicked woman laughing. And I think that's Angelique. Um, so that, again, now there is a bit of a difference. You actually, in the revival, you see Angelique as a ghost. Now, when we actually first meet Angelique in the past, we do meet the person. We meet a servant who is the servant of Josette Dupre and the Dupre family, really. One of the most trusted ones. They were smoking something heavy. Let me tell you. I don't know. Listen, I'm not gonna give Barnabas a pass here. Look, okay, in the original series and in the revival, yes, Barnabas and Angelique have sex. Now you don't obviously see it in the original series, but body language is everything. And Laura Parker's body language and Jonathan Fry's body language from an acting standpoint sold like gold. Barnabas was in Martinique having himself a real good time. Um, God, I'm going to hell. Um, but in the 1991 revival, they had no problem showing the sexuality of Barnabas and Angelique, and good. I mean, you could sort of sense that when Angelique was on him, kissing him, like, "Oh, you still want me?" letting you more than know that yes, they have had a sexual relationship, and Angelique isn't afraid to show, "Hey, I know you still want me." It's it's very in your face, and I love it for that. But here's the thing: so was the original. That's the one thing that's similar. Where Angelique is very much, you know, she is using spells to sort of get Barnabas, but she is such a, oh, Barnabas, why can't you love me? I love you. I want you. So it is sort of in your face. That's the similarity there. The biggest difference more is in how we meet the characters. I've talked about, we do meet Angelique in 1795 in the original. We hear a wicked woman laughing in a mausoleum. I believe that's Angelique, in my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. In the revival, we meet Angelique as a ghost. Now here's what's really interesting. In the revival, when we finally get, again, we do go back to 1795 and do meet the flesh and blood Angelique, but and they're sort of somewhat taking from the original when they say Angelique knows that you're here. She wants to prevent you from going back into um to the oh, that hurt, the the uh future, which is really interesting. So you have in the original where Angelique, Laura Parker's Angelique, once Vicky is Hun, ends up going to the future as Cassandra. Now, the big difference is Lizette Anthony's Angelique does go to the future, but she's body jumping. First, she jumps into Dr. Julie Hoffman, and by the end, she has leaped into Maggie Evans, which is really interesting. I really love that angle and that twist. Again, both characters are different enough. That's what I mean. The one thing the revival does not get enough credit for is, yes, these characters for the most. Now, there are characters who are just, you know, who are somewhat, I would say, I like Gene Simmons as Elizabeth, but she's not really, I don't know, she is sort of she is the matriarch, but she's not really as much as a presence as Jen Bennett is. And again, I think that's more because of the revival only being one season and to sort of jump back to Angelique, with Angelique, and these characters for the most part are their likeness is in name only. Yes, Angelique had blonde hair in the revival, just like she had blonde hair in the original. Sure, true, and both had accents. Yes, but Angelique from the revival does not. She's not trying to, yes, she's evil like Laura Parker's Angelique. She wants Barnabas for herself, like Laura Parker's Angelique. But the difference is more in how she's really. She, to me, is more about committing cold blooded murder, even more so than the original Angelique was. I think that's one thing I take away from Lizette Anthony's Angelique most is this woman has no problem trying to commit cold blooded murder. I'll give a great example. She tries to stab Barnabas in the revival, where Angelique did not try to stab Barnabas. Yeah, sure, she stabbed him with some pins, with a doll with pins, but she didn't try to take a knife and plant it into his chest or take a gun and shoot him. No, actually, he was going to take a knife and stab her, but she caught him. Then he took a revolver and a flintlock pistol, and we all know how that ended up. Um, a little higher, and then to the left. Um, God, that's the thing too. I joke about that, but in the original, Barnabas I think, was going for a headshot, and his aim was just that off. I mean, he's not far apart from her. Did he really aim? Probably not. That makes it all the more worse. Oh my God. Lizette Anthony's Angelique does get stabbed because she did try to stab Barnabas, and Barnabas sort of is defending himself, and she gets stabbed. They bury Barnabas and Ben do bury the bodies. That's similar. There they do, both Angeliques get buried, and neither stay dead. That's similar. But again, I think the one thing I like most is Lizette Anthony's Angelique is a bit more of a killer, a bit more of a I will kill you. I will kill you. I will end your life. This isn't about making. It isn't. I would say the biggest difference with Lizette Anthony's Angelique. This isn't so much about making Barnabas suffer. This wasn't about making someone else suffer. If and if Lizette Anthony's Angelique saw fit to end your life, she was going to do so. I'll give a great example. Joe Haskell. If she wanted Barnabas destroyed, like if she wanted to get rid of Barnabas, she could have let Joe Haskell kill him, And here she kills Joe Haskell. Lizette Anthony's Angelique, who is in Dr. Julia Hoffman's body, kills Joe Haskell in the revival, which I've said before is one of the most shocking deaths in the revival is Joe Haskell. Um, Amazing, amazing kill sequence. Really straight 10. Total shock value of it too. Still really great. And I would say with Laura Parker's, again, Laura, look, I'm not sitting here doing a literal versus because look, Laura Parker's Angelique to me is tops. With Laura Parker's Angelique, she would kill, but she was very methodical. She more did it in a torturous way. She let, in many ways, her curse, when she curses Barnabas, her curse taking effect is really one of mental anguish to both Barnabas and his family. Way more so in the original than it is in the revival. Way more. It just is. I mean, that's one thing Laura Parker does so well after, and then her reappearing in court, with Vicky and stuff. No, they did do that in the revival. I like it more in the original. I just felt like them doing it a lot. I hate. Look, if they ever did 1795 again, I don't feel you need to send Victoria Winters back to do 1795 because look, what's happened already twice with Victoria Winters. They put her on trial for witchcraft twice now. We're gonna take Victoria back one more time to put her on trial. No, 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 no. God no. Because I don't know how many people have seen the most recent episode of Picard. If you haven't, skip this. I'm guess what Q shows up and basically alters time, which is fucking insane. Cool though too. That's what it'll be with Angelique. She's gonna start altering time. You know what? You know what? I've had enough of this not getting love stuff by my man. He's mine, damn it. He's mine, bitches. He's mine. God. I think I've covered everything in this character retrospective already. Oh my god. Yes, I have. Well, in the in the original series, we know Angelique dies. Sacrificing her powers and stuff to save Quentin and all that. Tell the truth about Judah Zachary. In the revival, Angelique is in Maggie Evans' body. So that's where I'll leave that. Guys, gals, have a fabulous, safe, and happy weekend. God bless, and I'll see you.